Human rights are the rights or entitlement cherished by individual by the virtue of being human. According to UN, human rights are those rights which are inherent in our nature and without which we cannot live as human beings. Human rights are universal, inalienable, interrelated, interdependent, and indivisible in nature. Human rights can be classified as civil rights, political rights, economic rights, social rights, and cultural rights. The idea of human rights emerged when Cyrus the Great in 539 BC conquered city of Babylon, and his next actions marked the major advance for man. The most important advances include the Magna Carta 1215, the Petition of Rights 1628, the US Declaration of Independence 1776, the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of Citizens 1789, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948. National Human Rights Commission, established in 1993 under the Protection of Human Rights Act, is the embodiment of India's concern for the promotion and protection of human rights. Despite these principles and international covenants, there has been continuous abuse, ignorance, and violation of human rights.
Violence against women that is often perpetuated by men is not only physical and sexual but can also be economic, emotional, as well as symbolic. The domestic violence survivors in India are comparatively undernourished and are also expected to lose 5 days of their jobs if once subjected to domestic violence. And with the lockdown in place due to coronavirus, these instances have literally spiked. According to the NCRB data in 2016, there was a whopping 82% increase in the rape crime reported against children. Also in the families, the denial of sexuality as well as the training to remain silent and not have opinions and therefore be sacrificial mothers, daughters and wives is what leads to internalization of oppression and therefore a denial of basic human rights. At the workplace, the gender discrimination, the inequality in wages as well as the denial of a maternity leave leads to the violation of basic human rights of equality and dignity. And all of this happens because of the unequal power structures in the society that favors men over women.
We talk about child rights. We should always keep in mind that children are the foundation of every nation and hence their rights must be protected. Some of the child rights violation includes child abuse, which could be in the form of physical, sexual or emotional abuse. Then comes child trafficking, child marriages and lack of access to education. According to National Crime Record Bureau of 2018, cases of child sexual abuse are hiked by 22% in comparison of the previous year. Nowadays, we are all aware that due to COVID outbreak, children are studying through online classes. But do you think every child have proper access to internet and smartphones or laptops? The answer is no. So basically this is a violation of their rights. According to survey of NSS 75th round 2017 APU, only 11% of households possess any type of laptop, computer or tablet in India. The Constitution of India under Article 21A clearly says that children are entitled to have free, compulsory education. And secondly, due to COVID, millions of children are at high risk to be pushed into child labor due to poverty. It's too a matter of great concern and violation of rights of the children.
Human rights and social work are inextricably linked. According to the International Federation of Social Workers, social work is a practice-based profession and an academic discipline that promotes social change and development, social cohesion, and the empowerment and liberation of people. Principles of social justice, human rights, collective responsibility, and respect for diversities are central to social work. Social and human rights workers have already done a good job in various spheres, including the promotion of human rights. Their efforts have been found to be complementing the activities of government and NGOs in their crusade against poverty and exploitation. It is very encouraging to see that professionals ranging from doctors and lawyers to women entrepreneurs coming forward with ideas and resources, popular artists lending their voices and talents to inform, communicate and sensitize. Journalists and the print media continuously bringing the issues to national attention and are collaborating with affected groups. Along with this, more importantly, street activism and mass mobilization of people from all walks of life is needed in order to uphold the human rights and resist their violation.